So there you go folks, my morning challenge. However, that just takes me up to Little Skiddaw and Big Skiddaw. It's just peeping out on the left. One last shot of Derwent Water before I move on. There's the little man again. And now, going in this kind of direction, I think we hit Sail Howe first. And go past, I think it might be called Skittle Youth Hostel. So it says Honesty Cafe open. So yep, I've got the kettle on and I'm DIYing. And obviously I've put my money in the honesty box. Loving this. Have some fresh fruit. That is Great Calva up there, which is what we've just come down. And it was such a lovely, gentle run down. And now, we're going up to Knott. I'm aiming for Lingley Hut. There might be one just after Lingley Hut. Can't quite remember. But we certainly, by that point, joined back up with the Cumbria Way. So yeah, we have Knott. Now I'm going to go down to Lingley Hut and have a break. As promised, Lingley Hut. We'll go inside and have a rest. And I always enjoy the view. Should we have a look in the book? So Noah, I think it's Noah, W, day 4, Cumbria Way, very tired legs. Also very tired, New York. Belgium. Another person doing the Cumbria Way. Wonderful shelter. Oh wow. What can I say? Cameron and Rachel. That is amazing. So they were here, I'm not quite sure, Looks like maybe the 14th of June. Well done, guys. And he mentions, hey, thanks, guys. They mention Amblin Trails. Oh, what can I say? That is brilliant. Here's the slopes of Skiddaw, and we were camped just here. And obviously I went over Skiddaw itself for the mountain route. There's the top of Skiddaw, and Skiddaw Little Man's down here. Once I got to the top, I came back down on myself and then went across to Skiddaw House YHA. Now when I got there, what I decided to do was follow the western route for a small part of the way. On the western route is the alternative route on the classic Cumbria Way. It's like the low level route, and so from there I went over to Carver and then went over to Knott and then dropped down onto the normal classic Cumbria Way. So this way you can use if it's not bad weather. Now then I'm here at Lingley Hut, and so I I'm continuing on the classic route. And the great thing for the classic route is that if you're a Wainwright bagger, then you hit High Peak, you'll pick up High Peak along the way. And that's a great peak. I know it's some people's favourite. Anyhow, you can then drop down into Colbeck, which is at the end here. From Colbeck, it is just following the classic route on here, the red line. I'm going up to, Dalston, Dalston, and getting the train here but there's been various work going on from a gas pipe replacement, and I think now they're changing the road. So yeah, worth checking. It's only 10 minutes from Dalston to Carlisle on the train, and I think they're about once every hour. Right, I best get on and get up that one, because I think it'll be the last one then, and as they say, it's all downhill from then on, hopefully. Okay, let's go. I'm in Colbeck now, and those loos have just literally been opened, having been closed during COVID and what have you. So I've managed to top off on water, which is really good. And now we go down this way. And you could go to the pub if you've got time. I've got about 10 miles to do. Colbeck camping. So the Cumbria Way actually goes through the middle of it. This is the track here. And now we have this river on the right. which we're following now for some time. And on the gate we have this. Apparently we're entering Fastness Park. While we're going through these beautiful woods, and I can hear the river in the background. Yeah, while we're going through these beautiful woods, I thought I've not really had a chance to talk about my weight. As you can see, this is a new pack and it's specific to running. And the total weight in terms of what I'm carrying is just over 7 kilos, and that includes water and food and gas, of course. And if you go down to my base weight, then that's just over 5 kilos. And can you imagine, that's really par to the bone. There isn't anything, I think, that when I've been running and walking over the last 3 days, that I've considered maybe a taken that I shouldn't have done. But yeah, there's my weight. I probably will do a separate video in terms of what's in my bag, and I'm sure you might find that interesting. Right, I'm coming to a gate, so oh, there's lots of flies around as well. Right, see you later. So if you've got the time, it's definitely worth popping into that church. I did it last time I was here. So yeah, it's St. Mary's Church. However, we're going this way. To Bell Bridge, 3/4 of a mile. This might be a struggle. Oh. There you go, Bell Bridge. What I love about Bell Bridge is that it actually got knocked over in one of the floods, and so they just rebuilt it, give the stones a bit of a brush up and rebuilt it. It'd been there hundreds of years, and then one of the floods just dismantled it. But not to be put off, the good people of Cumbria put it back in place with the same brick or stone. Fantastic. Actually says there, Cumbria Way, by following the river. In the distance you can see Rose Castle, and that is where the Bishop of Carlisle lives. Now it's not called Rose Castle because it grows roses, but it's the colour of the building, the sandstone. And then later on we will pass, you might be able to see in the distance, but we'll show a close up when we get there. You've got Rose Bridge as well to connect the good bishop to the main roads. Yep, and that's been there quite some time. I'm afraid you can't visit it, it's not open to the public. You can see it's like a main church, and then to the right in our picture there's like a turret and a castle bit. Obviously with the marauding Scots you would need something like that. There's the closer shot. We can't see too much because of that tree. And then over here we actually have the bridge. That's a mighty fine looking bridge. I can tell it's very old. And then here we have a plaque that tells us information. So Rose Castle is a gift by King Henry III to the bishop in 1230. Okay, we need to be going through that ancient gate there, I would say. Oh. Oh. I could just about get through, and I was thinking when I came last time I couldn't, but because I'm fast packing, obviously my pack's a bit smaller, so I was able to get through. I've just checked, still got my poles, so that's good. Yes, Limehouse School. The magic word, Dalston. And just in the distance I can see two other backpackers. Imagine they must be doing the Cumbria Way as well, I would have thought. Why else would you be going this way? Well, I know that we're approaching Dalston now because we're going over the White Bridge. So guys, I've arrived in Dalston. Yep, all completed now, 70 miles or so, and I'll have to work out the total ascent. But it's been a grand journey. I've learnt a lot along the way, certainly about fast packing. Definitely a new experience, and yeah, probably want to explore a little bit more, but I think I do enjoy hiking as well, for sure. Right, I need to go. Things to do, catch a train, get chips, things like that. Important stuff in life. And I hope that you've enjoyed the journey. So please subscribe, share with like-minded people, and of course, don't forget, thumbs up for the dogs. See you on the trails, guys. Bye.